Hello, this is Unlimited Splash, where I draft too many colors and try to get away with it. Today, we're jumping into an Avatar Premier Draft, best of one, but with a twist. It's a new year, 2026, which means I just got hit with the monthly rank reset. And whenever my rank goes down, I like to do something very specific. Experiment, build around, play with cards that you never thought anyone could ever play with. We're also at the point in the format where things have kind of settled down. You probably have your card evaluations very baked in. So we're going to see what the cards give us today, but we're going to be extremely open to playing with cards that my guess is maybe you've never tried to put into your deck before. As we get seated at this draft table, let me say I am a brand new Magic the Gathering content creator. Just started uploading videos at the end of December. I do post a new draft video every single day. If that sounds cool to you, please click the subscribe button in the description. All right. Well, we're looking for build-arounds. We're looking for cool stuff. If I were in just normal drafting mode, what would I take? Probably, I think the most powerful card is Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. And I actually think it's so powerful that, you know, it might warrant just taking it as a gold card, pack one, pick one. I might be a little bit known for my love of Dimir Control in Avatar, though, so maybe you shouldn't entirely listen to me on that point. Having said that, I think there are two cool build-arounds. We're looking for cool build-arounds here, folks. I would say there are actually three cards I'm considering. The first is Earth and Ally. It's actually a bucket list item for me to activate Earth and Ally's Earthbend ability. I've never done it in the set. I'm not sure I've ever even had a deck that could do it. So strongly considering Earth and Ally here. Another option would be to take the temples and build around shrines, but frankly, that's a little bit boring. And then the final option is whenever you're doing an unlimited splash, you should probably take dual lands very highly. You should definitely take dual lands very highly. So I would consider the Kyoshi Village, but hey, you know, this is a cool build around already right here in pack one, pick one. Let's see if we can't activate Earth and Ally. Let's make that the goal of this draft. Okay, well, immediately we see something very fun and interesting. So this Bender's Water Skin is a card I definitely have my eye on as a way to help me splash. You also would like to take cards like Compassionate Healer. If you're doing something like this, you just want good 2-drops to be able to enable your deck to go off in the end. Having said that, I did see a Shrine pack one, pick one, and now I see a Shrine pack one, pick two, and we're thinking of going 5 colors. So I think I'm going to prioritize the Spirit Oasis. Don't try this at home, folks. I'm not saying this is the best way to draft. Let's be really clear. But I think I'm going to prioritize the Spirit Oasis, and I'm going to see if I can wheel Bender's Water Skin. I will also say we could go for the White Lotus tile. It's so bad it seems like a compelling build around, doesn't it? It just seems like, what could it even do? Like, it doesn't splash for different colors for the Earth and Ally. If it made a bunch of different colors, I would actually go for it and see if it can help progress us towards our ally goal. But, you know, we just don't have, yeah, it was so tempting. It was so tempting, but I'm not going to go for it. And this could not be going better because, okay, there's a firebending lesson in the pack, and it hurts me to pass firebending lesson pack one, pick three, because that's obviously a signal. Same with Boomerang Basics. I love this card, but firebending lesson, you know, just in terms of raw power is so great. But look, we saw a Shrine pack one, pick one. We saw a Shrine pack one, pick two, and we took it. And here's a Shrine pack one, pick three. This is not a very good Shrine, but now it looks like we're trying to do 5 color shrines. So let's take that. And if we can wheel that Boomerang Basics, that is a very good card in shrines, by the way. Ong is one of maybe the best non-rare or mythic ally in the set, probably. It's definitely better than Earth and Ally. So I'm very happy to take that. And I think it's going to be like a 5 color allies and shrines. So 5 color allies and shrines probably means a green-white core with a bunch of green splash. And I'm not saying we're forcing it, but we're kind of gonna force it. We're gonna kind of force it here. Ember Island Production is another cool build around that would be really fun to try to get off, but I don't think so much. And I do love the Cacator. This is one of the most fun cards to cast in the entire format. Having said that, I'm between 2 cards here. Cycle of Renewal is a top card for us. That's how we're gonna get all of the lands that we need. Serpent's Pass is a dual land, and I really want to be prioritizing dual lands. Between these two, I think I'll take Cycle of Renewal. I really kind of want to cut off green splashing, which is not a way you should usually think in drafting, but we already said it's a new year. This is a fun New Year's exploratory build-around draft, so we're doing things that are not, you know, the things that optimize your win rate. Wow, I mean, just put things out there into the universe and things come back to you. We said we're going to do a wild build around draft, and the world served us a ally with a really cool build around ability that I've never gotten off, and then more shrines than you've ever seen in your life. So I'm obviously taking Spirit Oasis here, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's no wheel from this pack, unfortunately. So we can't wheel that Plaza. I mean, Secret of Bloodbending is such an awesome build around too, but I think we can only build around so much. The quadruple blue, we would have to pick one between Secret of Bloodbending and Earthen Ally. And actually, I already got off a Secret of Bloodbending for a sweet win at Friday Night Magic earlier in the set, so I don't think I particularly need to do that again. I'm between 3 different cards here. So Bender's Waterskin and Barrels of Blasting Jelly would both fix us. Between these two, I'm probably on the Waterskin, actually. Barrels of Blasting Jelly is probably a marginally better card. It's actually probably a notably better card, to be honest. But the Bender's Waterskin ramps us, and I think this might be a ramp deck. Having said that, I think Dragonfly Swarm is just good enough that I'm probably just going to take it. I do feel a little bit bad passing three types of fixing, but the fact that there's 3 fixing cards pick 7 makes me think, and here's a little bit of confirmation that maybe some 5 color shenanigans is open at this draft table. Thank goodness, because you certainly don't want to be fighting for the 5 color build around. I will say it's also a little painful to pass a Water Tribe Captain and an Otter Penguin. Those would be 2 very responsible cards for our deck. We are really hoping to wheel the Shrine here. If we don't get that red Shrine back, it might actually be a problem. Ooh, we did not get it back. That's too bad. So someone did take a Shrine pretty highly. It may be that there were so many Shrines at this table that someone just started taking them, that we have multiple people trying to build Shrines. But that's okay. We have another game plan, which is green-white allies, and the Kyoshi Village is a perfect card for that. Here, it's so tempting. All right, I'm doing it. I mean, this is the build around draft. Okay, Bender's Waterskin is something. White Lotus Tile, I mean, this card basically couldn't be worse. It enters tapped for one thing, which must be like a safety valve for Commander or something. Taps to add X of one color where it can be almost blank. No, I should have taken the Mythic. I should have taken the Mythic. That was a mistake. At the last second, I panicked, and I was like, it could literally not tap for anything. If you don't even have a creature, it's a blank artifact that doesn't even... But this is a builder on draft. I need to be bold. All right, I'm fighting my own nuts and bolts limited fundamentals principles here to bring you the content that you deserve. I'll take the Curious Farm Animals. It's closer to our core colors. I guess I'll take an Iguana Parrot. So we're kind of centering around Bant, which makes a lot of sense because those are the colors that our shrines are in. At this point, we're going to take a shrine over, I think, anything. I do love Faded Firepower, but this is actually, and by the way, I always love this in every format that has one of these enchantments that makes your red permanents do more damage. Or this one's not restricted to just red, but some of them I think have been. I actually love building around that, and it tends to be not that bad. It's an expensive do nothing enchantment, but it kind of has an enters effect because if you play it first main phase and it does something immediately during your combat step. But triple red is not going to be doable for us, I don't think. So I'm going to take Gran. I mean, this is not a build around exactly. This is a card that I absolutely love, but she's an ally. She's in our core colors. She gives us card selection to hit our sweet stuff. We're really hoping to wheel the North Pole Gates. I mean, there's a Watery Grasp, so maybe if someone's blue, they'll take that instead. Ooh, I don't mind taking Iroh Tea Master. I mean, this guy's actually good. He's also an ally. We're not super interested in moving heavily into black. I think we want ideally black to be a minor splash for us. But this is kind of, Iroh does push us into red, but we already have the Dragonfly Swarm to make us favor red. It does look like maybe green is a little bit cut at this table, but I'm just going to take the Tea Master and we're just going to find what our core colors are. Another Gran. Okay, well, I will say blue is a potential core color. I really have my eye on drafting the Dragonsteel deck. This cannot be that deck if it's also going to be all these other things. But I really would love to figure out how to make Dragonsteel good. So stay tuned for that in a future video. By the way, also in terms of other good cards, I actually think Gran's the best card in the pack, but Deadly Precision, Tools of War suggests that people next to me are not in black-white specifically, which is not much info. Ooh, really nice. So blue is super open from the left. I mean, Knowledge Seeker is fantastic. I'd also be super happy with a Forecasting Fortune Teller. I would be happy with a Compassionate Healer. So much good stuff going on in this pack, but Knowledge Seeker is just on another level, especially when you have double Gran. If you attack with both of these guys at the same time, Gran buffs the Knowledge Seeker before damage happens. Do I want Katara the Fearless? If an ability of an ally you control triggers, so Earth and Allies, Earthbend is an activated ability. Ong has a triggered ability. Iroh has a triggered ability. The Iguana Parrots I'm probably not playing. It doubles Gran's. See, this is so tantalizing because Hermetic Herbalist is so needed to make my deck work, but Katara is so freaking cool. I'm just going for it. This is the go for it draft. We draft too many colors and we try to get away with it. This Elemental Teachings is a card that I actually had in mind for a card that I just want to see how it can possibly be put into a deck. You look for 4 lands, and then your opponent, and they have to have different names, and then your opponent gets to choose 2 of them. So this card can't even fix you. Your opponent can just give you the lands that you already have. So I don't think even I am lunatic enough to try to take Elemental Teachings. I have always wanted to see how that card works, but I've always been too chicken to actually try putting it in a deck. Here, I actually think Energy Bending is not the worst for us. Just kind of cycles, puts a lesson in the bin for things that care about lessons. It's a one-time fix. But I think Kyoshi Village is actually so important. I'm just going to take Kyoshi Village. Did I really take Katara over the Hermetic Herbalist? This is so much fun. I'm having a blast. And if we don't... I think my bar for this deck is like, if I don't lose gems, I'm going to be really happy. If I 2 and 3, let's say, I will not be too surprised. Okay, I've also really always wanted to try Sozin's Comet, but I have not found a mana sink good enough for the Sozin's Comet. Do I have any chance of having a mana sink here? No, don't auto-pick Sozin's Comet. I guess I'll take maybe Rabaru in case I end up so bad on mana that I need the Plane Cycler. Very happy to wheel the North Pole Gates. That's what we said we wanted to wheel out of that pack, and we did. We're going to take it. Let's see. Zuko's Exile is not even a build around. It's just so bad that I can't even conceive of playing it. I'll take the Cat Owl. Yeah, don't play removal spells. I actually, when I first looked at this card before I finished reading it, like at the beginning of the set, I was like, oh, 5-mana colorless Exile. I was really open to it being good, and then I read the rest, and it just gives them a reimbursement of an entire card for the card that you just took. So I do not think that's a card that you should ever play under any circumstances. I'm happily going to take a Platypus Bear here. It's a great blocker, and Leaves on the Vine is actually not that bad for us. It's value. Not so good in Premier Draft because it's so slow, but it's value. Putting a counter on your Gran is pretty sweet. Ooh, don't mind Invasion Submersible. I mean, now we're at the point where we kind of have our build around set up. We have the Double Benders, Waterskin, and Kyoshi Island Plaza. We do need more shrines. I do think someone at the table is taking shrines. I think someone to our left got 2 shrines, the red shrine, and then the Kyoshi Island Plaza that we had to pass because I think there was a Spirit Oasis in the same pack. And I think that person said, hey, it's 2026. I just got rank reset. I want to build around something. Let's do shrines. Little did they know I took 3 shrines up table of them because there were just so many shrines in these packs. Here, I'd say it's between Invasion Submersible and probably Raucous Audience. First Time Flyer is pretty good too. So, no, actually, I hate First Time Flyer. What am I saying? But it's like a 2-drop. And then Walltop Sentries is a legitimately good card, I think. But I'm just going to take the Invasion Submersible. It's amazing. It's in our colors. It keeps us alive. Here, I think I'm just going to take a Shrine. Absolutely. I was debating between a bunch of different cards, but we're obviously just going to take the Shrine. It's even in our 3 core colors. I would love to have Waterbender Ascension, to be honest, but with the double Gran plus Platypus Bear, you actually get to the point where you have to think about milling yourself, plus double Spirit Oasis. I would be a little worried about that, so I'm absolutely going to take the Southern Air Temple. Sorry to the person down table of us who is in Shrines. Accumulate Wisdom. I always say Accumulate Knowledge. Accumulate Wisdom is a gift. We do not have enough lessons for it at present, so I'm gonna speculate on this. If we could, for example, wheel the Ong's Journey, which I don't think is going to happen, but like that would be an amazing gift for us. By the way, I would happily play the Boulder, Razor Rings, Flexible Waterbender. I would love to be able to fit a Rumble Arena into my deck. But we're just going to take Accumulate Wisdom. So we're not really very allies-y in the end, are we? Maybe I do just take some 2-drop allies, another Elemental Teaching. So rather than First Time Flyer, I think maybe I take the Pretending Poxbearers. We have essentially no 2-drops, which is an issue for us. Pretending Poxbearers gets its trigger doubled by Katara when it dies. So yeah, I think I take this. I'm gonna have a lot of white sources, I believe. So yeah, I'll take Pretending Poxbear. We're basically a 3-color deck with 2 tiny little splashes. Oh, very happy to take a Platypus Bear, I think. The only lesson, there's no Shrine, and the only lesson is Zuko's Exile. I could take Rumble Arena. You know, okay, cast a lesson or a Shrine. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take Platypus Bear over First Time Flyer for sure. I don't have enough lessons to make that work. And what a gift. What a gift. The Crescent Island Temple up against so many cards that we would play. I would play almost every card in this pack. Meditation Pools, yes. Rumble Arena, yes. True Ancestry, that's a lesson, a value card, yes. Airbending Lesson, absolutely. Watery Grasp, probably my top pick other than the Temple. Origin of Metal Bending, yes. I might even play Earth Kingdom General. Can I just take this pack and forget about the rest of the draft, please? Crescent Island Temple is awesome because it's a creature, and an Air Temple is a beautiful gift for us, so I'll just snap that up. And now probably the forecasting. What a wheel. Okay, Bant was wide open. I'm not going to say we were in the right seat. I mean, what what seat were we even in? Look at my cards. But being in Bant was like the clear choice. Let's just put it that way. Forecasting Fortune Teller is the best card in this pack. I mean, Compassionate Healer is great because it's aggressive, and there was a dual land, which is also really good, but we're not an aggressive deck. Let me tell you that much. John Jong's Deserters I actually quite like. This is so funny. Like last pack was all Bant cards. This pack is all Rakdos. But John Jong's Deserters I actually quite like in this pack because you can put a counter on Gran, and it turns your Earthen Ally into a 3/3, actually. Okay, I could take Cycle of Renewal. I mean, Quench. Yeah, I'm actually going to take Quench. I think we don't get to play or Accumulate Wisdom, which is a shame. I didn't hit my lesson numbers, unless the last 4 cards are all lessons. But Quench is, as I've said before, basically a 2-drop. I say that with a little tongue-in-cheek, but it's basically a 2-drop, right? I wish we'd gotten some Guru Pathics, to be honest. That would have been nice. I guess passing the Hermetic Herbalist maybe put someone in blue and green. Okay, well, hey, if I go 0-2, I'll sideboard in the Elemental Teachings, and we'll all learn how bad it is in real time. And I guess I'll take this Zuko's Exile, and finally, an Earth Kingdom Soldier last pick. I don't know how low we are on playables. That might have to make the deck. All right, I'm going to try to pull this together into something that can at least win a game, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, I think the deck looks something like this. We have a zillion shrines. I am not going to try to make my mana make sense. I thought a lot about it. Let's just put it that way. But this is some unlimited splashing. Let me tell you that much. And then we just packed a bunch of power. And other than that, we're basically a blue-green deck with a lot of fun shenanigans that can be had. So if this deck wins 3 games, I guess I'll be happy. That's my goal. 3-3 is my goal with this deck, but really my true goal is let's have a lot of fun and let's learn about some card interactions. All right, we have a match, and let's see what kind of hand we are gifted here. Okay, this looks like a very normal deck, doesn't it? This looks like a deck that is just doing normal stuff for normal reasons. We will absolutely be dropping a turn 1 Gran. I think into turn 2, the mana is already a little awkward. Surprise, surprise. Let's go in with Gran and see what we can find. I might be pitching Kyoshi Village. So I can play... Yeah, I might just pitch the Kyoshi Village. I don't really need it, do I? And I think I want my lands to come in untapped. Yeah, I think pitching Kyoshi Village makes sense. Bonk, play a land, and let's do the Fortune Teller here. And the next turn I have the white, so I can play the Poxbears plus Earthen Ally. And then isn't my Earthen Ally a 4/2 at that point? Is my deck actually an aggro deck? So awesome. I made a mistake by attacking first, but that's okay. Or by not attacking first. That's okay, no harm done, just pitch the island. Bonk and bonk. I do have to be a little bit careful about the fact that my Platypus Bears can actually mill my... my basics. That was one thing that I thought a lot about when I was putting together my mana base. Messenger Hawk. So Earthen Ally is going to do some damage, eh? This is pretty sweet. What lands do I even tap here? I definitely tap the forest and probably the plains. Yeah, that was a hard choice, but I think I tapped the plains to crack the clue. Oh, maybe I should have attacked with Gran first, actually. I was so fixated on what to tap that I didn't think about should I tap. In with everything except maybe I hold back the Poxbears because it's making my Earthen Ally so chunky. I think that makes sense. Poxbears plus Earthen Ally is something to be aware of. I don't have any double blue pips, so I can just throw away this island. So I can actually start earthbending if Earth and Ally survives. If it survives, I can start earthbending if I get a black. Maybe I should be playing one swamp, honestly. Eh. All right. Deadly Precision, no. Rest in peace, Earth and Ally. You were so amazing while you lived. Okay, this thing doesn't have haste, so might as well just attack with everything. See what Grand turns up. Cycle of Renewal, but I can't find a black with it because I didn't put a swamp in my deck, which maybe was the right decision. I'm not entirely sure. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And then I get a 1/1, and then I get another 1/1. A 1/1 for 4. Well, hopefully I can find some shrines. I do wish that I had some Guru Pathics. I'm probably just going to, if Grand gets to attack again, which is an open question, I'm probably just going to pitch the Platypus Bear, which doesn't seem that great. Oh, interesting. All right. Very nice. In comes the Plaza Prowess trigger. I get a 1/1, and I search for 2 basics. Yeah, I kind of wish I could get, so I definitely want a red so that I can sacrifice my engine room. How do I get to play? How do I get to? Okay, yeah, no. My Earth and Ally's dead, so I can't activate it. I have so much going on. I'm like confusing myself. Probably would rather have the land than the Platypus Bear, to be honest. I can't imagine Platypus Bear being so important to me here. Yeah, goodbye, Grand. Rest in peace. If they have a 6-mana mythic board wipe, it's not even that bad for me. Okay, now I can just play my stuff because Grand's gone. It's not even that bad for me because every temple makes 2 1/1s. Well, it is bad for me, but it's not like GG. All right, it's not the board wipe. Oh, this can exile a artifact, creature, or enchantment. Yeah, so this can get rid of shrines. Earth Kingdom Jailer is a shrine killer. That's so sad. That's so sad for me. Okay, wait, what? Oh, they don't want to remove a shrine because they're worried about duplicating the enters effect. I get it. That's clever. Kudos to the opponent for thinking about that. I might have just gone for it, to be honest, but I'm not saying that's the right choice. Like, I might have just unthinkingly gone for it. All right, so we're almost out of lands. We don't have the other shrine that fetch another copy of the shrine that fetches lands, do we? Nah. All right, so I feel like I just attack with everything. I'm not too concerned about giving them value here. There's no 3-minute instant removal spell that I can think of. They don't have sold out mana, in other words. So deal 3, bonk, bonk, and bonk, and bonk, and then drop the Knowledge Seeker. Way better than activating the engine room. I can crack the engine room next turn if I draw. I think I have 1 land out of 17 cards, so it's not likely that I draw land, but if I do, can crack that. Oh, Cadgator. Love Cadgator. Probably hitting Knowledge Seeker, I would guess, and you go up to 6. Yep. That makes sense. So I do get a clue, and I'll definitely be cracking that at the end of my turn. You might, yeah, I was wondering, I was thinking, like, do you just attack here? But no, probably you don't want to. That was my only land. That's so funny. Yeah, drew my only land. So now I have, I think I've seen every land, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay, I'm going to pause while I count lands. Oh, I know what the thing is. I've seen all of my basics, but I actually have 2 non-basics left. Okay. That makes more sense. So let's crack this, see if we can get a shrine. It's not a shrine, but it's not nothing. I will play Gran. I'm not sure that I actually play the Platypus Bear, to be honest with you. I think I'll hold the land, and I think I want Platypus Bear to be discard fodder. Maybe the double Platypus Bear is not so good. I'm getting pretty low on cards. All right, in comes Catgator. I'll just double block, and if they have removal spell, then they have removal spell. So be it. So be it. I think this is fine. The 1/1 taking a Heartless Act is fine. I could have triple blocked, but I kind of like having Gran here. Although I don't really know what is going to let Gran. Oh, I can get a double trigger out of Gran. Yeah. Probably just do that. I would like to just reset my hand. Sack Gran to reset my hand. Seems good. So in with Gran. Sacrifice Gran to draw 2, discard 2. They're gonna happily block with the Earth Kingdom Jailer. So this was a nice little synergy. I'm glad I took the Gran and this is not a Hermetic Herbalist. Okay, maybe I don't have quite enough ways to win in this deck. That's possible. Oh, bad draws. So I'll probably pitch the Water Skin because at least Kyoshi Village is a way to draw a card. I assume they'll just block. Do I play? I think I will play the Platypus Bear. Every shrine, the only way that this is a horrible mistake is if I mill 3 shrines. I just kind of want to stop that Cat Gator from getting in a million times. Just don't mill 3 shrines, please. 1, 2. Oh, sorry, it mills 2. It mills 2, not 3. Yeah, Soga's Haiku mills 3. Well, those were 2 very good cards, but I think my deck is just full of ways to win at this point. Heartless Act on Katara. Okay, then I'm glad that I played the Platypus Bear to stop Cat Gator from just doing a million attacks and gaining a million life. Okay, Invasion Submersible. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Bounce Earth Kingdom Jailer. Oh no, bounce Crescent Island Temple. Yep. That's way better than bouncing the Jailer. Yeah, Invasion Submersible is awesome. Shrines are awesome with bounce. So I get 2, and then I can search for nothing. Spirit Island Oasis is pretty bad for me here. I'd like to draw my other Southern Air Temple. Ong is a sweet one. Dragonfly Swarm is a good one. I actually don't think I have a lesson in the bin, though. Maybe I shouldn't even be playing the Dragonfly Swarm. Okay, there is a lesson in the bin. That's good. But I think, yeah, I think I will attack. I can double block the Cat Gator, but I can also just flip my Submersible and block. I don't think they have another removal spell. They've shown me a lot of removal already. They spent 3 removal spells, and they've had a lot of removal targets. Pass. Let's probably just trade. Something good? Merchant. Okay. Quench. Not the card I want to see. How many cards do I have left? 7. I need more ways to win, don't I? I'm just not really seeing my temples. That's the issue. Wow, and then I land. That's really sad. Like, I have... These are pretty much all... I wouldn't exactly say win conditions, but there's a Southern Air Temple, Ong the Last Airbender, Flexible Waterbender, 2 Spirit Oases, and a Dragonfly Swarm. But I'm just not really managing to draw those. Okay, I will quench this only because I want my prowess triggers to hold their stuff back. All right, you can go ahead and play that. Also, it stops them from activating their clue. But yeah, this is like really bad. Okay, well, I play this for 2, and then I really have to just win quickly. So prowess. Draw 2. Make a 1/1. Oh no, I draw 3. That's dangerous. Am I just gonna deck myself out? That's so sad. I think playing the Dragonfly Swarm. So I'm gonna draw 1 card when I play Southern Air Temple. Okay, I have to actually think through this, don't I? Okay, I think it's very precise. I think I played Dragonfly Swarm here. Next turn. If they can kill Dragonfly Swarm, I might just die because of the draw trigger. Next turn, I play the Southern Air Temple, so I'm going to draw a card, play Southern Air Temple, and draw my last card to Spirit Oasis. Get a counter on everything and attack with everything. And I'm not sure that I actually do win. I think we might have just gotten a little bit decked. But okay. Play the Waterbender. Yeah, well, I only have 1 card left, so... Okay, maybe I'm cutting the Platypus Bears. I think decking is, like, too real a concern. Triple Prowess, counters on everything. Go in, they go up to 10. They take 6, they block 4 creatures. Make a 1/1. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. I'm miscounting. I forgot it puts X counters on everything. Still not enough, is it? I'm 1 damage short, aren't I? I'm 1 damage short. If I had drawn Ong instead of Flexible Waterbender, I would have been able to Waterbend one of their blockers. Oh, that's so sad. They cracked their clue. Oh no, they actually gained 3 from the Cat Gator, so I'm more than 1 damage short. I just drew everything in the wrong order, didn't I? Put you to 1. And yeah, you win. Yep, you got it. Yep, too bad. Too bad. Okay, I'm going to cut the platypus bears. That was not so good. All right, back to the drawing board. The deck kind of did what we wanted it to. The problem is I drew a few lands when it was very implausible. And I really needed to just draw some of those shrines earlier. Milling the shrine to platypus bear was like really terrible. Really terrible. So I think let's cut the platypus bear and play Jong's Deserters. Cut another platypus bear and play maybe just like a Curious Farm Animals. It's kind of similar in presence to the platypus bear. Let's try something like that. It's a little more white heavy, but that was so tantalizing to lose on 1 damage. I'm sure if I went back, I could have found 1 more damage at some point in that game. But I feel pretty good about our deck. I think that was, I mean, we definitely got lucky in some ways. Like our mana was really good from the start, but also unlucky in other ways. So hopefully we still have a good shot at hitting our goal of 3-3 and having lots of fun. All right, come on. Fingers crossed for some good mana. Is that good mana? Yeah, that's good mana, right? Play a Plains and Curious Farm Animals. Airship Engine Room tapped. Turn 3 play an Island and IoT Master, and then Southern Air Temple. I'm probably going to draw a bunch of green cards, so that's a bit of an issue. But at least I have board presence. If they don't remove my IoT Master, which now looks pretty doubtful, but if they don't remove it, then I do get to make some big chunky creatures. Drawing a bunch of islands is not my dream scenario. I'll be real with you. Take it. So I can give them a Southern Air Temple and then play a Southern Air Temple. That's kind of funny. But I'm not sure that's actually any good. Swamp Snare Trap on Curious Farm Animals. You don't see that every day. They must be scared of the farm animals. They must have a really good... Are they about to play the drill? That probably means they're about to play the drill. Sigh. Yep, that probably means they're about to play a Fire Nation drill. Okay, well, I'm still going to play IoT Master. I mean, I don't think we can do much with... I think I probably read the situation basically correctly, or maybe they have like Rise of Sozin or whatever it is, Firelord Sozin or something. Okay, it's not a Fire Nation drill. Okay. Yeah, why don't I play a Southern Air Temple and gift them? Okay, that's a green land. So I'll play this. It's at the beginning of combat, right? So I'll play this, get a counter on everything. I wish I'd drawn that on instead of the flexible waterbender. I could have airbent one of their cards. Yeah, I'm guessing that they're not playing shrines, so you can have this. Because I'm about to play another copy of that shrine. And then probably just in with the 3/3. Would I trade it? Yeah, I would certainly trade it for South Pole Voyager, no doubt. Hopefully they're not on shrines. If they play a shrine, then I look like a real fool. I just don't think that's going to happen. Epic Downfall. Okay. I would block South Pole Voyager naturally. I'm still worried about Lord Sozin happening here. So Southern Air Temple getting another few counters. Or do I just play the Dragonfly Swarm? I think the Air Temple is probably setting me up better. I don't even have a lesson in the bin. I probably shouldn't be playing this Swarm. Although it is nice if I can get a counter on the Dragonfly Swarm. Well, the Swarm is going to get buffed because I'm about to sack this Airship Engine Room anyways. So let's just play the Air Temple. Get a counter on everything. Probably I just attack with everything, right? And for 7 sounds pretty chunky. This is not an attack trigger. It's an enters trigger. So... they don't really have blocks as far as I can tell. Okay. I would be thrilled to get an opportunity to kill South Pole Voyager. It's not a Yip Yip. I'm tapped out, so there would be no reason for them to double block if they have Yip Yip. Maybe they can airbend something. Well, I'll kill South Pole Voyager. I guess that means they don't actually have a ton of allies. Okay. Makes sense. They don't really want to be taking 7 every turn, I imagine. I wouldn't mind another Shrine. I wonder if my shrine density is not that high, but more importantly, I don't have like Guru. I didn't get Ong's Journey, or I didn't choose to take it. But that's a very nice one. Yeah, I'll just slap this one down, get a counter on everything. I need to order the triggers. Which one is first? Drag triggers. Which one? First is on the right, last is on the left. Because, yeah, right to left makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll do Crescent Island Temple first, and then Southern Air Temple. I really want to make sure that my monks are going to get these counters. In for 4. Bonk. I love using Iroh Tea Master to gift them Southern Air Temple when they're, I hope not on shrines. If they play a shrine, joke's on me. Oh, Obsessive Pursuit. I'm glad that they drew that after deciding to sack their land, because this is a very mana hungry card. Okay. Let's see. So I can do this, but I can't do this and sack the engine room. I really want to be getting in for damage here. I think I should just play the Swarm. It sets me up. First of all, if I get a shrine, that's awesome. But also, it sets me up to sack the engine room and have an attacker in the air next turn at least. They need 6 mana to sack enough clues to get to make this have lifelink. And even if it does have lifelink, I think I'm likely to have pretty good blocks. This is cool art, by the way. I like it. All right, sacking 2 clues. Don't mind if you do. Can I get a shrine, please? Okay, 4/5. That's 100% okay by me. So they were actually digging for blue that whole time. The more you know, the more you know. I'll sack this. Oh, that's not how I would have tapped Arena. That is not how I would have tapped. Terrible taps. Terrible. Oh, non-creature, non-land cards. Oh, my bad. I was misreading this card. Okay, I should not be playing Dragonfly Swarm. It's just not good in my deck. Bonk and bonk. Play a Gran. Ugh. I wish I had been careful with the Arena Tapper there. You go to 7. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. And now you're fixed on blue, so we're gonna see what you've been holding back on us this whole time. A Rowdy Snowballers, apparently. Tapping. Dragonfly Swarm, maybe? Dragonfly Swarm is getting a counter next turn. That much I can tell you. Glider Kids. Well, maybe not. Maybe not in the end. Well, I'll certainly just take the Zhong's Deserters here. Right? There's no reason to do anything else. All right. Ong is a very nice card. I don't have the mana to do that and also Zhong's Deserters, unfortunately. Okay, so Onging my Southern Air Temple sounds really good. That sounds really good. Yeah, Ong is really good with temples. That sounds good, right? I think that's the thing to do. So I'll Ong this, play this. Everything gets 2 counters, some prowess triggers happen, etc. and etc. Make the 1/1 first, then put the counters. Thank you. Arena is doing that one intelligently. Then I attack with you and you. And maybe the Dragonfly Swarm. I have a bunch of blockers. All right. We got there. Okay, so we actually got a win. I'm still going to do a little bit more deck tech. I'm not sure these Zhong's Deserters are really what we want. So let's see. Okay, I actually did not change anything. The Zhong's Deserters is probably fine. It's nice with Gran. Okay, how is this mana looking? Terrible. I can technically play Spirit Island Oasis, but I have to draw a white mana to play Southern Air Temple, and then I also have to draw green to play these, so maybe I'm a little bit blue heavy. I might want a little bit more green and a little bit less blue. Probably I take this and put back Iroh. I think that makes sense. Yeah, we really need this Gran to survive, I'll tell you that much. This is a tenuous situation, my friends. All right, attack with Gran, just trying to find a forest, basically, or any green source. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I put back the engine room. Yeah, I'm going to pitch the engine room because I would love to hold up Quench to counter whatever they play and have another attack with Gran. And we're digging for green, and once we find green, we're going to be able to Cycle of Renewal. So we're going to be fixed on red at that point anyways. Okay, I'll pitch one of the Southern Air Temples for sure then, yeah. And Invasion Reinforcements will definitely get quenched. Unfortunately, this means I cannot play my Forecasting Fortune Teller. This is not looking good for us. I mean, being on the mulligan and then getting choked on lands, and then they get to play Glider Kids, is obviously not a recipe for success. It's not even about colors of lands. Well, it kind of is, because we had to mulligan our first hand due to colors, so It is the 5-coloredness that is causing this at the end of the day. But if I could just get a green source, I would be able to cycle. But taking 4 in the air is going to be tough. I guess Ong kind of helps, but you don't really want to airbend a Glider Kids, which has an ETB trigger. Nasty, nasty draw. Nasty draw. Let's just crack the clue. Yeah, that's not a good one. Well, if I can get a forest immediately, if my top card is a forest. All right, they're just going aggro. I accept. Invasion Submersible. I actually don't hate it. Let's start by cracking in with both. It's not like anyone's going to be blocking here. Curious Farm Animals is just a ridiculous joke perpetrated against us. Okay, so I'll bounce one. You do get to scry. But if I can get a plains, I can Ong the remaining one. We're kind of preserving our life total a little bit. A little bit. But they're getting to scry 1,000 times. I mean, obviously, this is exactly the kind of a deck that is just going to crush us. Like, red, white aggro, yeah. With a bunch of good cards, yeah, obviously. That's our weakest matchup. Okay, Ong is a card for sure. So I'll play this. I will airbend your Glider Kids that has the counter. I cannot block the Glider Kids because they can just abandon Air Temple at instant speed. I got someone with that at the regional championship qualifier that I won, actually. All right, so they can attack. If you give me a land, I'll be happy. Oh, okay. So I guess they just figure they're not... Okay, no, they just have to declare target. I see. All right, no blocks, of course. Air Temple? Okay, no, you have something else to do. That's bad news for me. Oh, you have nothing else to do? Okay, definitely tap Gran, please. No, they have something else to do. They're saving mana for something. Okay, perfect. That's what I want. That is what I want. So then I play a land... And I probably play the Southern Air Temple. I still actually cannot block in the air, unfortunately. But this lets me do some attacks, I suppose. The other thing I could do is... Kyoshi Island Plaza for 1 land is horrendous. Are they representing lethal in the air next turn? I think they are, right? They crack in for... At the end of turn, they're going to make each of these a 3 power, and then I'm going to have to chump block something with Ong. But it does force them to spend their next turn. I think Ong is probably going to get airbending lessened here if I'm reading the situation correctly. Oh, it's actually not lethal because I can still play my land, can't I? Have I played a land this turn? Pitch the waterbender, and it's not really relevant. Yeah, if Ong gets airbent, I'm toast. Bonk, bonk, and bonk. I mean, I just left myself dead to a lethal ground attack anyways. Yeah, I was assuming it's something like that. Okay, 1 and 2 with this deck doesn't feel great. I mean, I know it's a ridiculous pile of silliness, but I just wish I'd picked up that first game. 1 more damage somehow, or we just need to draw cards in a slightly different order. I'm going to go back to the drawing board, and we'll try to make this the best ridiculous deck it can be. Okay, I went up 1 on forests, down 1 on islands, because I feel like I'm getting island flooded a lot. And I put in the Rabaru Troop, the Plane Cycler. It's a flyer. It can gain me some life. It can actually win games. So, terrible card, but oh yeah, it also can plane cycle. Is this the same person? I think I might be playing against the same person, but maybe I'm just losing it. All right, we'll certainly keep this hand. It's a nice one. Okay, it's not the same person, or maybe I have played against this person, but a different time. Very happy with Gran. You have Pillar Launch. They had a stop. I guess it's got to be Pillar Launch. Okay, so we're going to be playing around Pillar Launch. All right, I'll definitely play... Oh, I wish I could play a Plains. Do I offer the trade with Gran? I don't think so, because I'm about to play Katara / Jongjong's Deserters. The only issue is... I do wish that I could play... Jongjong's Deserters right now, but Kyoshi Village comes in tapped. I wish I could play Katara turn 3. Maybe I should... And Forecasting Fortune Teller is also a tempting one. And Bender's Waterskin. Maybe what I do is I set up for a turn 3 Katara, by just playing a tap land. It feels so passive though. Yeah, no, I don't think we need Katara so badly. It would be nice if I have Katara down when I play the Forecasting Fortune Teller too. So maybe I'm gonna pitch Zhong. Katara goes really nicely with all these cards, but I really want the Water Skin to be able to play Crescent Island Temple. Kyoshi Island Plaza is really nice as well. So maybe what I do is I pitch maybe Zhong's. Doubling a +1/+1 counter does not sound like super amazing. I like the idea of making 2 clues though. So I'm giving up on my double Gran, doubling my Gran triggers, but I think that's okay. Most likely I'm just going to play Bender's Water Skin into Kyoshi Island Plaza and then just try to live all of my dreams all at once. By then playing Crescent Island Temple and a million other things. Oh, that's such a nice draw. That is such a nice draw, because that means I can double spell with the Bender's Water Skin. If I can get a red, so you have green, white, blue, red, and then black. So if I can get a red source, then I actually get to Earthbend. And I can actually live that dream. Okay, so I just need to not die. That's the thing, is I need to not die. All right, let's start by just trying to get some lands. Katara would have made my Earthen ally really big, so that does stop the bleeding. But I'm going to get my mountain here. Now I can play Crescent Island Temple, and I actually can Earthbend. Oh no, you have invasion reinforcements or something, or Razor Rings. Oh no, I don't get to live my dreams. That makes me so sad. That makes me so sad. I knew you had Pillar Launch. Why didn't I play around it? I knew you had it. Why didn't I play around it? Oh man, I told myself I was going to play around it, and then I was just like, well, I might as well attack. Oh, I had the read, and then I just said, well, forget about that. Who cares? Oh, so painful. If I lose to this, I'm going to be so devastated. Wow. Is this the end of the line for us? It can't be. It can't be. I don't just want to play a single 3/5 blocker. I guess I play 2 chump blockers. So sad. This is just so bad, isn't it? And I could play... I think I just need the chump blockers. Oh, this is so sad. No way. I'm not losing to this. Am I just an ostrich horse? That's it? Literally just an ostrich horse and a 4/5? It can't be, can it? Oh, and I was about to get to Earthbend. I could have held up Earthbend 5. No way. This can't be the end of the line. We have to pull this out. We have to. Pass 2 attackers. Maybe I just chump block the 5/3 and I take 4. I think that makes sense. All right. You bonked me and a Kyoshi Battle fan. I accept that. Okay, I have to fight the hardest I've ever fought in my life to get to play more with this deck. This deck has not proved itself. I know we can get there. I know I can do it. I know I can do this. So it's between Rabaru Troop and Forecasting Fortune Teller versus Flexible Waterbender plus Katara. Maybe Flexible Waterbender plus Katara is actually better. The Waterbender just trades so nicely. And Katara also trades really nicely. I kind of, like, my blocks all line up really well here. And if Katara by some miracle survives, then the Fortune Teller gets to double its trigger, making 2 clues. Also, Rabaru Troop into a land immediately is probably nice to just get the life gain rather than giving them an opportunity to kill it with a Pillar Launch. Oh, I can't believe I had the read on the Pillar Launch and then I just slammed my creature into it. So sad. I guess I just didn't consider that it untaps. Like, I had the read that that was what they probably had, but then I forgot that it's a reason that you should not just mindlessly attack into whatever they've got. All right, so 2 attacks, and I'm just going to trade everything off. Even though I want Katara to double the clue, I don't think this is a game that's going to be about slow incremental value. I think this is entirely about, can I possibly stabilize? They're probably about to Razor Rings or Pillar Launch or something. They've got something. I know they have something. The question is only what. Probably I flip this and then they're going to Pillar Launch it, is my guess. Or I mean, Razor Rings it. That's my actual guess. It could be Fancy Footwork. That would be a complete blowout. If they have Fancy Footwork. Okay. Whew. Whew. Just don't be a flyer. Don't play like a glider, kids, please. Okay. Okay. All right. And actually now I have a flyer. Okay, so it's Rabaroo Troop. Not the card that they expected to see, probably. And then Forecasting Fortune Teller. Okay, are we stable? Are we actually stable? Wow, I don't even have a single thing for the Dragonfly Storm. I need to take this card out of my deck after this game if I survive. Foggy Swamp Vinebender can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Can be blocked by Rabaroo Troop. Happy to say. Okay, crack my clue for sure. Immediately. Get me something good, please. Okay, that's something good. That is something good. That is something good. So Southern Air Temple puts 2 counters on, so everything can block that guy. Yeah. I mean, I would like to have the Dragonfly Swarm down first, but I cannot be a chooser in this situation. Let's just put it that way. Kyoshi Island Plaza gets me a land, which equals a life. Very important. Probably I'll get a green. Yeah, sure. Gain a life, gains flying. It becomes a 6/8. I could attack. Am I in an attacking position here? This guy is going to be... They have 3 plus almost 1 counters. Yeah, I think it's time to just attack. In for 6. Play this and gain another life. Yeah. There's an overrun. Everything gets +2/+2. That's a card in the set. Not sure what else I need to be thinking about. So I already cracked my clue, but I can crack lands. Avatar Enthusiasts, okay. It happens. That's an exhaust ability, right? No, it's Waterbend. Okay. It's not exhaust. It's so funny that now there's just something called exhaust because one time there was a set about race cars. And now like random guys in the forest have exhaust, except that's not an exhaust. Okay, 6/5. I will double block if you attack. But you don't attack. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. First I play the Swarm because I really want the counter. Oh yeah. This, my friends, is called going off. Double prowess trigger. Yeah. Oh yeah. We did it. Okay, I need to get rid of that Dragonfly Swarm. Let's find something else. Rabaroo Troop MVP. Okay, swapped out Dragonfly Swarm for Earth Kingdom Soldier. They're playing a kind of similar role in my deck. I wanted the Dragonfly Swarm to be a flying attacker. But the thing is, I need to get counters on it for it to be any good because I just have like no non-creature spells that go to the graveyard. Because all my non-creature spells are basically shrines and those just sit on the board. So we'll see. We have our back against the wall. We are 2 wins and 3 losses. We're 2 wins and 2 losses, which means we need to pick up this game. I'm happily going to keep this, I think. We need to pick up this game or we do not get to keep playing with our totally sick Shrines, Earth and Ally build-around deck. I am so sad that the bucket list item I was trying to achieve was activating the Earthbend on the Earth and Ally, and I just attacked it into a Pillar Launch when I knew they had Pillar Launch. No, these things happen, but I would have gotten to check that off my bucket list. It's not about winning the game even. It's about bucket list, right? Okay, Zhong's Deserters, putting a counter on itself, hopefully surviving, helping me survive a little bit. Turn 3, Bender's Waterskin, for sure. And then turn 4, it might be Iroh. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we can actually start an Iroh fest of trading the food back and forth. I would have had to get... Oh, nice. We always draw this guy just in time. I really like that about him. Okay, so I'll play Bender's Waterskin, and I will play Earth and Ally. And it's a 2/2. Kind of hard for you to attack. I'm assuming they're an aggro deck. But yeah, now I really want to play Iroh for sure. Because they're going to be growing their board, so I want to be growing my board. They're a turn ahead of us. Iroh does also make Earth and Ally a 3/2, which is kind of nice. Waterbending Lesson, I accept. You give me a 2/2 and you get a 3/3 maybe at the beginning of combat. I wouldn't be too surprised. By the way, if we can get a red source, We also need to separate, yeah, we play Kyoshi Village, and then if we can get a red source, then we can actually activate the Earthen Ally. So that's the bucket list right there. Okay, sure. Okay, so I think I just play Iroh rather than Kyoshi Island Plaza. Oh, you know what's interesting? I was thinking like I can give them my Iroh and then they have to sacrifice something to the legend rule, but the problem is they could just sacrifice my Iroh and keep their Iroh. Yeah, not so good. I'll play the Kyoshi Village. And I will give you a food, and I get a 2/2. And yeah, back in the old legend rule days, one of these Irohs would actually die right now. Or both of them would die right now. Well, the legend rule has been through so many changes, but... So I can not firebend. Yeah. I'm anticipating my Iroh is not long for this world. I would not be surprised if my Iroh gets murdered. Which is a bit of a problem for us. They're also playing Lessons or Shrines. I guess Lessons, because they've shown us Waterbending Lesson. They do seem to also be a 5-color deck. Right? They have access to red, blue, white, and green so far. Maybe they're not playing black. I would love to get a red source. If I can get a red source... Oh yeah, Kyoshi Island Plaza is going to get me a red source, and then I can start earthbending. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. No, don't kill my Iroh, please. Please. I wonder if maybe they're thinking about whether they're more wanting to remove Iroh T-Master or Earthen Ally. They do have access to like Lightning Strike, Firebending Lesson. Like there's a million different ways that they could kill it here. Also a bunch of bite spells. Okay, Firebending Lesson, we called it. Yep, okay. So your plan is just to Iroh me out. That's rude of you. Well, I don't know if we're headed for a win here, but we fight on. They're about to get a 4/4 and activate their Tigerdillo. That turns our Tigerdillo on, and I really don't have a very good play because I'm just going to Kyoshi Island Plaza. Giving me the forest. Okay. I don't hate it. This Iroh is doing a lot of work for them. I don't have any removal. That is one thing about my deck. Oh, they've decided not to actually give it to me. So they don't want the 4/4. That's interesting. Even though it would turn on your Tigerdillo. I'm maybe surprised by that. Well, let's just get some life for sure. Ooh, Invasion Submersible. That's a good one, isn't it? But I think I just want to Kyoshi Island Plaza here so that I can start earthbending. Right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play a land that's going to be 5, 6, 7. And that costs 7. Okay. So I play this. I'm quite sure that this is the thing to do rather than Invasion Submersible, right? Because I want to activate Earthen Ally. That's like part of the point of this deck. That's part of the point of this deck. I don't know if it's good. That's not the point. Good is not the point, people. Good is not the point all of the time. Sometimes you just want to be cool. All right. Unfortunately, Invasion Submersible cannot come in at instant speed. More's the pity. That card wasn't good enough. That card, it's just not good enough. It needs to have flash. I mean, this is a game of Magic cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn, I can start activating Earthen Ally. No, don't kill it. Oh, I built my whole deck to activate this guy, and you're literally just gonna kill it. I mean, that's so rude. Maybe I should have. No, there was nothing to do. Like I showed them that I was looking for the mountain, but like I would need to have 11 mana to get the mountain and activate it in the same turn. That's not happening. It's so sad to me. So now probably they're going to crash in with the Tigerdillo, I'm guessing. Their deck is so good. I wish that I had faced a worse deck in my... I mean, they're also just like completely messing around. Okay. They're giving me every Fire Nation Cadets ever. It's still only a 3/3 because they got rid of something of theirs that I own. Because I sacked my food. I sacked the food that they gave me. Maybe you have attacks. I'm not entirely sure. I guess not. Super good ones. Not a good draw. We put that card in our deck very begrudgingly. So let's do this. Put a counter on this one and that one, I guess. Invasion Submersible. And bounce one of your 3/3s. That makes sense. I could bounce Kyoshi Island Plaza, but that's really not doing much for me. I'll just bounce a 3/3. They can make a 4/4 and turn Daigardillo on now, but the moment that they start attacking, I can just like make sure all their Fire Nation cadets die, and that resets the Iroh counter. Like these, the 3 permanents that I have of theirs are all creatures. So I'm not getting totally overrun, but yeah, Iroh can definitely take this game over. Okay, pass to combat. Are you going to give me something? Maybe the food. A forest. I'll take it. I'll take your forest, yeah. You get a 4/4 and your Tigardillo's online. End of turn, I'll activate the submersible. We are at end of turn, right? Yeah, I'll activate my submersible. I don't hate having more mana. I mean, them having a bunch of 4/4s is pretty horrendous for me, obviously, but is this an okay way to tap? Maybe don't tap the water skin. So let's tap forest, island, island, island. Sounds good. To sack that, draw a card. Get something good, please. Like a shrine. Pretending pox bears. Oh man, when I need good cards, they never show up. It's the curse of my life. Oh boy. Come on. I mean, yeah. Like, this deck really needs, like, Guru Pathic and that kind of thing. Lost Dazing your own 3/3 to get a clue. Okay. Well, now you can make another 4/4 if that's what you want to do. I mean, having a lot of lanes is really good for me, right? But I just need to, like, start drawing some action. I have a lot of action in this deck. I do have a lot of not so great cards. I'm the first to admit that. But I think we're looking pretty good still if they attack with everything. The problem is now they make another 4/4. I'll take it. I mean, I don't hate having a million lands. I don't like that you get 5/5, really? 1, 2. I thought that 3/3. Oh, that 3/3 is my Iroh creation. I get it. Oh my god, can I stop? My goodness. Can I stop drawing lands, please? I'm done with drawing blank cards, please. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 7 lands left. Feels like I've drawn a lot of lands. Maybe I've just drawn a lot of like my worst cards, total do nothing cards. That's probably what happened. So they're digging for a lesson. Yeah, this is the end of the line for us. I'm sure there's no way that we're getting out of this. They make a 6/6. It's pretty much over. If I go the draw 2 shrine into like both of the make creatures and put counters shrines, then actually maybe I have a leg to stand on. You're trading a 2/2 for a million. Very lovely for you. I mean, I've seen none of my shrines. Katara is an extremely horrible draw here. Crack the North Pole gates. Just try to get anything, please. Come on. I know I have good cards in this deck. Quench. Unreal. Unreal. Play my island. Play Katara. Yeah. Terrible. Terrible. My deck is not that much do nothing. I feel like I've drawn like every 2-drop. Forecasting Fortune Teller and Knowledge Seeker I haven't drawn. Can we possibly get out of this one, folks? The single Iroh T Master is just shutting us down. I guess I still have a lot more do nothing, like 2 Grands, Forecasting Fortune Teller, Knowledge Seeker, Cycle of Renewal. But if I draw either Spirit Oasis, Crescent Island Temple, either Southern Air Temple, Ong the Last Airbender, which would have a double trigger and I could get rid of 2 of their creatures. there's just a lot to be drawn here. I accept. And you're probably going to give that to me, aren't you? It's disgusting of you. I don't know. How good is their attack even? Pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe next turn is when they start attacking. Oh, you're going to give me a clue? I would appreciate that, yeah. I would like that. You're probably going to cast your lesson, aren't you? That at least is something that I can do something about. I can quench it. What did you give me? No, you're giving me the Fire Nation Cadets. You're trading a 1/2 for a 7/7. I love how you're doing that. Is this the turn for them to attack with everything? I don't even know what blocks I have. They decided not to play Cycle of Renewal because it's an instant. That makes sense. Forecasting Fortune Teller at least lets me draw a card. It's a blocker that lets me draw a card. Actually lets me draw 2 cards because it makes 2 clues because of Katara. Thank you, Katara. So I've seen worse cards for sure. For sure. Definitely seen worse cards in my time. Come on, Shrine. Come on, Spirit Oasis. I have 2 of them. 2 out of 19. All right. That will definitely get quenched. You get a counter. I will counter that. All right. Clue cracks and resolves. Gran. Not who I was hoping to see. Love Gran, but not right now, Gran. Not right now. Not right now. And another Gran. Yep. That's my life. This isn't even a board stall. They're just crushing me, but they're just not attacking. I don't know. Maybe now we're at the point where if they attack with everything. I mean, Forecasting Fortune Teller to both Grans, at least now, okay, I've seen all 3 of my 1-drops, 4 of my 5 2-drops, 1, 2, 3, and I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shrines out of 17 cards. Every draw is a 1 in 3 chance of seeing a shrine. This Iroh is doing so much work. What a game. This is so funny. I wonder when they start attacking with everything. They're going to make an 8/8. I mean, I don't hate having all these lands. They're basically just putting all of their eggs in the Iroh Tea-Master basket. 8/8 is a pretty big card. That's a pretty big creature. By induction, they're stuck doing nothing because they're like, every turn, I'm going to have a bigger thing next turn. This is so funny. This is really funny. All right, well, Gran is definitely attacking. Okay, thank you, Spirit Oasis. Thank you, Spirit Oasis. It's time to shine. Yeah, I want to get the land card. You did it correctly, Arena. I want to get the land out of my deck before I draw 2. So let's rip a Plains out. Draw 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we are cooking with gas. Make 3 1/1s. And draw 1 and get a land. Okay. 11 cards left, you say? Do I go in with Gran? I really want the counters shrine. So let's attack with Gran, double trigger. I really want my counters. Ty Lee, no, you're not going to lock down Gran, are you? You're not going to lock down Gran, are you? Earth Kingdom General. Oh, so they're about to start attacking. They're about to start attacking. Yeah, but can I get 4+1/+1 counters on everything, please? I have 2 Southern Air Temples out of 11 cards. Trigger, Southern Air Temple. Come on. Ong is a good one, actually. Ong is actually a good one. And then pitch. I mean, I think Gran has done her work. I only have 9 cards left. So Ong comes in and gets rid of the 8/8 and the 7/7. Did you just quintuple block? No, sextuple block, sorry. Oh, that deserves a teary smiley face. That deserves a teary smiley face right there. Catch. Ong. All right, Ong. Double trigger. Goodbye to the 8/8. Goodbye to the 7/7. Oh man, what a game this is. I'm not even mad. If I don't hit my 3-3 goal, I accept my fate. But can I get 4 plus almost 1 counters on everything, please? I think that would be nice for me. I think that would be a nice experience for me just to have in life. Knowledge Seeker's not an ally, unfortunately. Okay, something got a counter. Okay. I don't have a sack land. I have no more draw outlets, unfortunately, because I pitched my Gran. More's the pity. Yeah, so if I don't draw the crescent, the plus almost 1 counter temple, giving me the island, sure. If I don't draw the plus almost 1 counter temple, then, well, I could also draw Spirit Oasis and draw 4. I'm not that low on cards, thanks to not having Platypus Bears anymore. A 9/9. Yeah, that's a 9/9, all right. Still don't think you can attack. Maybe you can somehow. I would also get a bunch of prowess triggers. Okay, my turn. Okay, Spirit Oasis. I'm just going to go for it, right? I draw 5, maybe? No, I draw 4, I think. No, I draw 5. Okay, so this is the turn. We're just going for it. We're just going for it. Prowess. Bing, bing, bing. Spirit Oasis. Keep 1. Make a 1/1. Get a land. Draw a card and then draw 4 or draw 3. Oh, I draw 3 total. Really? I didn't get either of the plus almost 1 counter lands? Okay, that definitely makes me a little bit upset. That's definitely making me a little upset. I can't even attack with Ong, unfortunately. Oh, I should have played Knowledge Seeker first. My bad. Yep, because I would have got a counter. My bad. That was actually clumsy. My friends, I have 2 ways of getting a zillion plus 1 plus 1 counters in this deck. Did I mill my Southern Air Temples or something? Well, I definitely play this one. I gain a life. Next. Can't attack because Ong can't get through. There's no way I'm supposed to attack here. Absolutely no way. All right, let's see what you've got for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, abandoned attachments. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Come on, I'm trying to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 attackers. So if they all get 4 plus almost 1 counters, it should be lethal. The question is, do I cast Cycle of Renewal? I don't think so. I think I saved that for a prowess trigger, as I was thinking before. Do I draw a card? No, because I'm going to draw a card. It will hopefully be a Southern Air Temple. I will play it, draw a card off of Spirit Oasis. So I'll be at 2 cards, play it, draw a card. That puts me at 1 card. Hopefully it's another Southern Air Temple. So I do not want to draw a card. Pass, and my turn. Okay, Southern Air Temple, I play it. I'm at 2 cards left, so I'm going to draw a card here. When another shrine you control enters, draw a card. All right, I play it, draw a card. Prowess. Bing, 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 bing. Make a 1/1. Plaza, draw a card. Bing, 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 bing. Everyone gets 4 counters. I will decline to search for a basic land. Okay, I really want the other Southern Air Temple to be on top, don't I? Well, no, because now I can just... Yeah, okay, yeah. I need it to be on top because otherwise when I cast it, I lose. So another Southern Air Temple. And I'm going to draw my last card. All right. Bing, 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 bing. I'll keep one of them. A bunch of triggers. Draw a card. I don't think anyone can make me draw a card, right? Decline. I need to be really, really, really certain that none of these draw a card when I attack. So I think I definitely play this, gain a life, and this gets flying. When it dies, I make a clue. I'm just really making sure that none of these have an attack trigger that is going to cause me to draw my last card and die. And they don't. Okay, in with the team. Bing. Firebending 2 and firebending 2. Oh, don't mind if I do. Bing and bing. All right. Let's go. All right, what can we get? I don't even know if they block or what. Like, who knows what's happening here? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yep, On gets blocked. Oh, this is a fun deck. I mean, it's just the silliness of shrines, I guess. All in all, maybe I put together like a not that amazing shrines deck. Okay. Did these guys get through? No. Let's just cycle of renewal. Gain lifelink. Trigger, 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 trigger. Good game. Absolutely. Just getting some prowess triggers. All right, go to damage. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And just watch the damage resolve. All right, they go to minus 28. Pretty good. That Iroh T-Master did so much work. Yeah, all in all, a very good game. All right, we hit our goal. 3-3, we learned some stuff. And I assembled the Titans, apparently. And all according to my calculations, yeah, I agree. Yeah, 3-3 was our goal. So we hit it. It's all gravy from here. And yeah, we had some fun and we learned some stuff. Let's see if I can improve this at all. I think I really am getting so close to decking every single time. I'm wondering if maybe I play... I don't know, do I cut it Zhong's Deserters for like a Cat Owl? Cat Owl wouldn't even have been good that game. All right, well, on to the next game. All right. We're playing Monkey D. Luffy. Good luck, have fun, Monkey. This is a sweet hand. It's actually really good. This is actually a really good hand. Turn 2 Knowledge Seeker is nothing to joke about. If I draw land, then I can cycle of renewal and just start, like, get up planes and a... Yeah, we're still going to go with the turn 2 Knowledge Seeker, although it's... Maybe I was actually supposed to hold it. I'm not sure. But then, yeah, we'll get a plains and a mountain and start ripping off, you know, Crescent into Southern. Okay, yeah. Knowledge Seeker is still good. I'm just not going to attack. Ooh, that's a sweet one. You're not on counter mana, so no attacks and end. I'll block the Compassionate Healer. Like, I have other plans in my life. I get reimbursed with a clue. I don't need them scrying a million. Momo kind of shuts down Knowledge Seeker. I'm not in a draw 2 deck, so my Knowledge Seeker is not even that well supported. I could get yipped, but again, I get reimbursed with a clue if that happens, so I think this is all just fine. Rather than cracking the clue, though, I'm definitely going to Cycle of Renewal. You do not have Quenchia mana, and I'm desperate to just start ripping off shrine after shrine. So, start with the temple. Start with this temple, I think. Probably is correct. And Kyoshi Village, and we're off to the races. I think the opponent is also stuck on 2. It's... No, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. They were for a turn, right? But not anymore. All right, I think it's just Southern Air Temple, right? The alternative is Rabaru. That doesn't really sound right. I think I just do Southern Air Temple, get a 1/1, everyone gets 2 counters. So yeah, these guys are pretty chunky, and in for 4. And I will play my tap land. These tap lands are just so good. I was playing Final Fantasy when it was on Quick Draft a little bit, and not being able to sacrifice my lands, my dual lands, was messing me up so much. Toph, no way. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Non-token creatures you control are lands in addition to their other types, and at the end of your turn, you can turn your Bender's Water Skin into a freaking creature. That is so cool. Yep, no, that's cool of you. That's really cool of you. I admire that a lot. I think probably we don't Rabaru. Maybe we do, actually, because if I can find a non-creature spell here, it's so good. Oh, Ong is also so good. Do I airbend Toph? No. Do I airbend the Water Skin? Yeah, maybe I just airbend the Water Skin. You don't really have good blockers. Well, oh, it's a land. Yeah, that turned into a land. Well, it's clearly not Momo, so I could also airbend my Crescent Island Temple. That might be the play, actually. Airbending the Crescent Island Temple seems pretty sickeningly good. Or the Southern Air Temple. Let's airbend Crescent Island Temple. And I am actually going to attack now that I've seen what fate has in store for me. They can block with Momo if they want. I don't want to be too precious. First of all, I'm the beatdown. And second, I do not want to be too precious about my little tokens. There's a lot where those came from. This does get you some value. I mean, Toph is now just going to keep Tophing, but I think it's okay. I'm about to Crescent, get 2 1/1s, and then make them all 2/2s. Ong becomes a 4/3 in the air. Oh, I can play Rabaru Troop before Crescent and get the counter on the Troop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do that. Yep, even if I don't draw land. Yeah. It's looking pretty good. So now you get to Earthbend. Avatar Ong! Oh, man. Ooh. Oh, you get to draw a card. Oh, their deck is awesome. They said, I need more ways to Earthbend. Let's have Toph be my Earthbender. Yeah, that's sweet of them. That's really cool. If you do all of them, then you flip it. So probably that's not happening. You're just going to draw 1 zillion cards. Okay. So I'm going to play this guy. The other thing I could do is Zhongzhongs, Crescent, Island, Temple, and hold up Quench. That actually might be better. They're a little choked on lands, I think. I don't think Rabaru Troop is what's going to push me over the edge here. And let's see. Getting a counter on Zhongzhongs. I'm going to get 1 counter on everything. I'm actually going to think about this for a moment. Yeah, I don't think I'm about to die, and I think holding up Quench is just really good, especially because it gives me prowess triggers on their turn on the block. Also, I think they might have Quench. That's another like really important consideration. I'm just going to put this on this guy generically because I'm about to play this, and that will get me a counter on everything anyways, so Ong will still be able to attack into Ong. The Ong battle that we were all promised is about to happen. Yeah, I think Quench is just really good here, to be honest. I think I'm going to get something with Quench. That's my prediction. And I'm the beatdown. I am the beatdown, my friends. Hopefully I draw something sweet. All right. You have a Yip Yip or something? All passive damage. Enter the Avatar state. Pillar launch. Oh, and you have Quench mana up because of the water skin. Darn it. That's really good, huh? Well, it doesn't have lifelink. That was really good for the opponent. Really good for the opponent. I forgot about the water skin. Yep. That's a good one. At least the Ong Toph combo, they only draw it at the end of their turn. Yeah, they're very intelligently playing around Quench. I don't know if it's deliberate, but it's definitely happening. Okay, you think you're the beatdown? That's interesting to me. Oh, I guess I want to draw a card. That does also make sense. All right, end of your turn. Well, let's pass to end. You Earthbend, resolve, and then before we go to my turn, you do get to draw a card. Before we go to my turn, I'm going to draw a card. Something good. Not that. Something good. Not that. I guess I'm getting punished for playing a ton of bad cards, aren't I? Well, that sucks. I really have nothing to do. Do I just crack a land here? Like, that's so bad. Maybe I just play Waterbender. I kind of want to start drawing lands to change the calculus of the clocks. I hate that I'm on this clock. I could have held that land, but I think I'm going to be finding plenty of lands in my life. I hate that this Avatar Ong is just going in the air over me. I mean, the fact that they've played around Quench so much, how do they know that I have Quench? Like, I guess I have a stop, clearly, so maybe they just figured that out, but, like, does this look like a Quench deck to you? They've done an amazing job of not getting quenched. Amazing job. Dang, I really need to find more shrines. I really needed, like, Guru Pathic. I think it was a bad mistake. I don't remember what I took over the find a land and or a shrine, Ong's Journey. But whatever I took, it was probably worse than Ong's Journey. I should have just taken the Journey for I'm pretty certain. Pretty much certain. Ugh. We need some better draws, please. 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 I thought I was the beatdown, and then they got me with Avatar Ong. Toph plus Avatar Ong, just draw 2 every turn, and you have a 4/4 flyer. Yeah. Avatar Ong might be our match. I think we probably have met our match. Well, we got 3-3. We had a lot of fun. That's a land, so I think that's not going to do it. Probably this is the end of the road for us. All in all, it ended up being a pretty mediocre Shrines deck. Let's see. I guess I'm not quite dead yet. I gain a life. I play this. I get a 1/1 and a counter on everything. I get some land, so I gain some life back. Yeah, okay. I get 3 lands, so it's equals 3 life. That's pretty good. Okay. Trigger, 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 and I get a counter on everything. So I guess I can attack with Rabaru Troop, probably. Let's see. Let's be precise here. So I need to block. This happens at the end step, so I need to block on the ground 5 damage. One or all, but I can only take 1 4/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to block one of the 2/2s and all 3 4/4s. So I need all 4 blockers. So I think I just attack with the troop and I just ask them to show me the lethal card that they have. If they have Airbending Lesson or something, I'm not quite toast, am I? Because I can block 5 on the ground. If I could draw Spirit Oasis next turn, I do have 2 of them. If I survive this attack and I can draw Spirit Oasis, maybe that will give me enough to get out of this. I have no interaction. That's a bit of an issue in my deck. Yeah, I kind of ended up drafting Shrines. I really wanted to do this. I mean, we have Katara. That's the thing. It's 2 decks stable together. It's the Katara Allies deck where I did like my double Ong trigger. It's the Katara Allies deck with the Earthbending Dream stapled together with a Shrines deck. That's really what we're looking at here. Okay, this is not the attack of someone who thinks that they have lethal against me. So I'm happy about that. Do I just take 4? I really want to kill this Toph. And then maybe killing the Badger Mole and then taking 4. I wonder if that's any good. It's a value play. It means I survive to chump block next time. I like the idea of killing Toph. I assume I'm not going to get to. I don't think there's a +5/+5 or anything. They held back their Avatar Ong, which really, really sounds like they do not think that they can. It really sounds like they do not think that they're about to kill me. That's a very defensive play to try to block my Rabaru Troop. I wish I had Quench Mana up. It would make me feel more secure, although they are so good at playing around it. Do I kill the Bender's Waterskin? It just comes back if I do. I really want to kill the thing that gives stuff trample. It makes it hard for me to chump block. I think I like these blocks. Obviously, I'm in a very vulnerable situation here. But I think taking 5 is okay. It doesn't even necessarily leave me dead next turn to an attack. Even if my Rabaru Troop doesn't gain flying, I think I can still attack with it. By the way, they did not even get to draw a card because they didn't attack with Avatar Ong. But they have plenty of cards in their hand. At the beginning of this game, I actually thought this might be like a pretty easy victory for me. But it's not turning out that way. Okay, Earth Kingdom Soldier. So I think I probably start by cracking this, and I'll still have enough to do other stuff. So let's start by cracking this. I think that's a fair way of tapping. Draw card. Spirit Oasis. Is it too little too late, though? Well, let's see. Probably this is an okay way to tap. I did want Spirit Oasis. I'm just not sure if this is going to be the right taps, the right tappings. Oh, I do get to search for a land. That helps. So that means that Rabaru Troop does trigger. Red, white, something. So I can actually play 2 blockers here. So I definitely am going to play the island. Gain a life. I attack and I force them to block with Avatar Ong. Then on the ground, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers coming at me. And I'm going to have 5 blockers. Yeah. Okay. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. We're very much not dead yet. I don't know about very much, but we're not dead yet. I could have done this before combat and made another blocker. I guess I don't know, but they're so choked on lands. I don't know what I would even give them. I think this is probably for the best. And I really want that food. And then this guy is a pretty chunky one, right? 3-2. Yeah. Now, if they play some allies or something, I might be forced into some uncomfortable chump blocks. They so far have not had an answer for my Rabaru troop, which makes me happy. I don't think they have great attacks. Okay. You do have 3 mana still, though. So I'm not super comfy here. Well, I'm just going to go for the kill. Decline. We did it! We actually got there. Oh, wow. With our back against the wall. I so wish that we hadn't dropped game 1. But with our back against the wall, yeah, we got there. So right now we are looking at 4 wins and 2 losses, I believe. Yep, 4 wins and 2 losses. Can we get to 5 wins? So 4 wins is where you have pretty much broken even on gems. So we definitely, I think I said I wanted 3-3, but really I would like to not lose gems doing this. And yeah, we had a lot of fun experimenting. So goals achieved. Everything else is still just gravy. Okay, new game. Here's our hand. Love this hand. Obviously, very, very vulnerable hand. A very vulnerable hand if they're an aggro deck, but we are on the play. And almost certainly, I'm just going to cycle the Rabaru troop for planes. I really want to hit my lands here, then launch into Spirit Oases. Love the opponent's lands, by the way. Okay, take it back. I think I actually just will play the Poxbearers. Worst case scenario, next turn, if we miss a land drop, then we'll main phase the Rabaru troop. And then there's a decent chance that that just accelerates us into Ong anyways. So yes, love the opponent's sleeves, I mean. Very, very beautiful taste by them. Fire Nation Cadets comes down, and let's hope we hit a land. That's not a land, so that's fine. I'm just going to attack with the Poxbearers, offer this trade. Just doing my impression of the beatdown. I guess I could have held back. It just seems so passive. I'm not sure that that's a very good idea. Get my second planes and play it. All right, so Rabaru troop did its job. It stopped us from getting completely smoked here. Yeah, so this is awesome. Like, if I can get a land for Ong, then I can flicker their Fire Nation Cadets. Really brutal to airbend a 1-drop, because it's like, that card isn't even worth 2 anyways. 2 mana anyways. Yeah, I guess it's just Spirit Oasis then. Unfortunate. I wonder if they are going to have Firebending lesson here. Okay, I don't hate that. So now we're going to get 2 1/1s off of the Crescent Island Temple. And now we're hoping to actually use our Ong to flicker our own Crescent Island Temple. So Crescent Island Temple is going to make 2 1/1s and draw a card. Poxbearers I would happily trade with Zhong's Deserters. I'm wondering if I'm just going to get Firebending lessened, and then that gives them Firebending here, and then they're going to do 5 to me and really put me on the back foot. I think I'm not above chump blocking with some 1/1s, to be honest. Oh, that's a nasty one because it can actually sneak through the Fire Nation Cadets, can't it? That is a nasty one. I'm definitely just going to chump block. I really need to be preserving my life total. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I saying? I can't Crescent Island Temple yet because I don't have access to red. So in that case, we're just going to immediately pop down Ong the Last Airbender and airbend their 2/3 because I'm scared of that thing, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know how I hallucinate having red mana somewhere here, but I don't. But that's okay. We're digging for red, but I mean, with the second Spirit Oasis, I'm not feeling super crunched because the Spirit Oasis will draw us 2. This is a draw 3 spell, basically. It's a super divination. This lets us draw 2 when it enters, and then this Spirit Oasis will trigger and draw us 1. And then Forecasting Fortune Teller draws another one after we crack the clue. So we have lots of chances to find our red here. Okay, I knew they had Firebending Lesson. I mean, I didn't know it, but I suspected that they had Firebending Lesson. Fortune Teller is going to be a nice blocker here. I suspect they're just going to play Fire Nation Cadets and get in for 3. I go to 15. These things happen. These things happen. It is nasty for them to have Deserter's Disciple and the Fire Nation Cadets. That thing can get pretty chunky. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, maybe I just do this then. So I would play this first. Make a clue, play a land, Southern Air Temple, and now I'm getting to draw a card, and my guys get chunky. 3/4 and a 3/3. Do I attack? Yes, because what they're going to do is they're going to start making their Fire Nation Cadets unblockable. I guess they could have a pacifism. Maybe I do one more turn of not attacking, because they could still have a pacifism here. I'm going to draw a million cards next turn. I think I don't need to turn on the heat. I think I'm happy to just sit back. If they have like an airbending lesson or something for my 3/3. Okay, Team Avatar. Yeah, okay. So we're going to start chump blocking. You can make Fire Nation Cadets unblockable and then start getting in for a million. Yeah, that's unfortunate for me. That's really bad for me, isn't it? Now I'm kind of wishing that I had removal. Any interaction. Yep, you can do 5 damage. Yeah, that's a very nasty combo, isn't it? That is a nasty combo. Okay, so let's start with the Spirit Oasis. Probably I do start with this, yeah. I think so. Keep this one. Triggers for 3, and I get a counter on everything. Draw 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Play this. Can I just play Southern Air Temple and just, can I just be the beatdown? Maybe I want to play, yeah, I kind of want to play Jongs. I think I'm the beatdown, right? I mean, they're the beatdown, but I'm also the beatdown. We're all just the beatdown. Yeah, just get in for 9. Right? It makes sense to me. And then next turn I'm going to Southern Air Temple and just try to crack in. They're going to get a bunch of damage on me no matter what, so we might as well try to just also apply pressure on them. Bonk and bonk. And then I play a Knowledge Seeker. Because they're just going to attack with Fire Nation Cadets, which is going to be worth, well, depends on how many creatures they can play. Oh, if they can do, okay, yeah, I was going to say if they can do the make 4 1/1s. This is going to be a lot of damage. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I'm facing a lethal attack next turn. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks because they can just chump block everything. That's the problem. Like, I have so much power, but they can just chump block all of my cards. I'm not sure what I can draw here. I needed like a board wipe or something. I'll crack the clue. Gran. You're not cutting it here, Gran. Oh, this looks like the end of the line at last. Oh, maybe I should have just played the Southern Air Temple. Draw a card. Oh, no way. I could have bounced Deserter's Disciple, but I don't have the lands for it. Oh, no way. But it's okay. That was my last card. So even if I'd played Southern Air Temple first, I wouldn't have gotten to it. Okay, so is there any way here? Let's see. So no, because even if I killed all of their creatures except this would still be, except these two, this would still be lethal, right? Sigh. It's too bad. They actually have to chump everything, but then the unblockable Fire Nations Cadets is still lethal damage. Well, let's make them show it to me. Rats! If I had one more land, I could have Invasion Submersible bouncing one of these, and we would have been just fine. Darn it. Darn it. Well, let's make them do it. I'm going to make them do this last attack. Yep, and it gets +2. GG. Darn it. One more land and I would have had Invasion Submersible. So this game, I just barely lost. And then game 1, I lost by literally having 1 card left. It was probably the Platypus Bears that did that one for me. Oh well, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click subscribe in the description. I really had a ton of fun doing this, and this is basically what I'm going to be doing, drafting every single day, and for the rest of Avatar at least, just trying to have as much fun as I possibly can. And then as soon as Cube comes out, it sounds like Cube's coming out on Arena soon, then I'll probably be cubing a lot, and then it will be on to Lorwyn. If you have other preferences about what you'd like to see me draft, please go ahead and put that in the comments, and until tomorrow, please have tons of fun playing Magic, everyone, and don't be afraid to splash.